Welcome back, folks. Today I have a meeting in Penrith, so I thought it would be a good opportunity for me to try out the DJI Osmo Action 5, which I've not really actually had a chance to film with. So I thought I'd take it with me down to Penrith, maybe do a little bit of filming around the town to see what the results are like. So on my way to the station now in Carlisle, just using the DJI internal mic at the moment. I've got the DJI Mic 2 with me, but I'm not using it at the moment, so this is just the internal mic. Bright sunny day here today in Cumbria, very autumnal though, definitely got a lot cooler, but yeah, join me. So they're doing a lot of building work here in Carlisle. Whole city seems to be being dug up, but there's a major project here near the railway station, just behind me. They're building a new entrance into the station, doing a lot of work there, and on the other side of the station, near the city centre side, they're building a new university campus right in the heart of the city. So lots of work happening in the city, lots of changes. So yeah, good for Carlisle. So this old Woolworths building is going to be part of the new university campus here in the centre of Carlisle. Citadel Gate's just down there, and it's going to be specialising in training of doctors and nurses, I believe. Charity bookstore on the railway station. Carlisle station is one of my favourite stations. Beautiful building, and it's interesting how they're marketing the various routes that you can do from here. So on the platforms you've got the Hadrian's line, which is the line to Newcastle along Hadrian's Wall. Got the Settle and Carlisle, obviously very famous line in the UK, and you've also got the Cumbrian coastline, but they've each got their own branding and names, so trying to encourage people to make use of the train routes that are available from here. Fairly quiet at the moment, not many people around. A lot of kids that will have gone to Penrith Grammar School would have got the earlier train, so yeah, not many people. Carlisle is of course a major railway junction on the West Coast Main Line, so if you're ever travelling up the West Coast Main Line heading north, you will always stop in Carlisle, because we've got lines, as I say, to Newcastle and down to Cumbria and up to Scotland and Dumfries and Galloway. It's also a station that attracts a lot of steam excursions, particularly up the Settle Carlisle line, but from other places as well. So particularly during the summer period, you'll expect at least 1 or 2 steam excursions a week coming up here. So yeah, see a lot here at the station. It's a really interesting place. They rebranded this station the City of the Lakes, which yeah, we're not that far from the Lake District, but I think to call it the City of the Lakes is slightly misleading. I preferred the description, the Great Border City, which is far more accurate for Carlisle. We're only a few miles south of the Scottish border, and the building over there is the old Maryport and Port Carlisle railway, goods and coal depot, or Maryport and Carlisle Railway I should say. This train's coming in from the West Coast line. There's a lot of contrast here in terms of the lighting conditions, so obviously a bright sunny morning, shadows as well, filming into the sun. So I'd be interested to know what you think of the quality of the video in terms of picture quality, image quality, as opposed to the content. Hopefully you find the content interesting as well. But just yeah, trying out the camera in different lighting conditions. I haven't changed the settings, just using the same settings. So I said a little bit earlier that they rebranded the city, or rebranded the station to call it the City of the Lakes, but actually looks like they've done a lot of rebranding also to say home of the University of Cumbria, which is far more accurate than City of the Lakes.
Service to Manchester Airport, calling at Penrith for the north.
Reservations in F, it's 5 and 6, E, 6 and 7, D, 7 and 8, Close service, 2 and 7. Please mind the gap.
So I made it to Penrith, and I've got a few minutes before my meeting starts, so I thought I'd just have a quick wander around the castle park, because they've got some quite impressive ruins here in Penrith, which I've not actually taken time to look at before. And I've just attached the DJI Mic 2 also just to see how I get on with this. Switched it on and it connected straight away to the Action 5, which is great. So the Castle Park is right opposite the station, just over there, and it's completely free to go into. In fact, there are castle ruins which are far less impressive than this that you have to pay to go into. So to be able to walk into this for free is quite good. Unfortunately, I can't tell you much about the history of this castle. Although there are one or two notice boards around, so let's go and have a look at those. So on the notice board it says that following the death of Richard II, Earl of Salisbury in 1471, this castle was granted to Richard, Duke of Gloucester, who later became King Richard III, and the future king resided at the castle for some periods for a number of years, so it has royal connections. So I'm just going to wander around the other side. And here we have a picture of what the castle used to look like, depicted in about 1430. It was built at the end of the 14th century by Ralph Neville, who played a key role in the defence of the Scottish border. So according to that notice board, this castle was probably built on the site of an old Roman fort and utilised the defensive ditches that were already here. So if you ever visit Penrith, definitely worth taking a few minutes to have a look at the castle. As I say, right next to the railway station, just a few minutes walk from the town centre. Penrith's quite a nice market town as well. It's got a number of nice independent shops, so worth checking out as well. So again, just playing with the settings of the Action 5, so I've changed it from wide setting and I've now put it onto horizontal balance to see if that makes any difference. So we're just heading now into the centre of Penrith. Just going to quickly show you St Andrew's Church, which is the parish church here in Penrith. It's a rather beautiful building. So the church has some rather lovely grounds around it as well. Anyway, I just need to walk a short distance and then I'm at my location for my meeting today. The weather's definitely changed. It's certainly feeling very autumnal now. I'm not a fan of Halloween, but someone's clearly getting ready for it. So I'm using the selfie stick that came with the Action 5. It's a good stick, but I must admit I'm finding it quite heavy holding it in my hand. I have actually ordered a smaller one, which also comes with a little tripod. I think that might be a bit more useful, certainly for what I want to use the Action camera for. But first impressions using the Action 5, really impressed. Switches on really quickly, very responsive. So yeah, first impressions really good. Anyway, here I am at my location, church house in Penrith.